reflecting a sin he had committed. With every step he tried to drag himself forward, the glass slashed deeper into his soul, causing him to moan in agony, yet he could not stop. A circle of cold blue fire surrounded him, not burning in the usual way but gnawing away at every part of his soul, making him feel every molecule being torn apart. That fire would never extinguish, never allow him to die or faint to escape the suffering. It was the embodiment of eternal justice, punishing him for having deliberately used sacred power to serve the darkness. I could feel his suffering, not the kind of suffering that leads to redemption, but a frozen, eternal, and inescapable despair. His soul was weighed down by a burden of guilt that could not be lifted, a loyalty to the enemy of life, the one who had dragged him into this abyss. Every wound on his body was a reminder of the times he had stood before his flock, preaching peace while secretly dismantling the defenses of the gospel. I saw, through flashes across my mind, the false handshakes with world leaders, the calls for unity that were mere covers for diluting the faith, concealing the truth, and leading millions of souls down the path of deception. His punishment was not merely physical pain. A freezing wind, as if carrying the souls of those he had betrayed, blew past him, bearing with it the mournful wails of the lost. These sounds wrapped around him like thorny vines, tightening whenever he tried to lift his head. They reminded him of his responsibility, a man once entrusted with guiding millions, who chose instead the path of betrayal. Every cry was a lost soul, every moan was a curse from those who had once trusted him. He could not run, he could not close his eyes. In this place every sense was forced to confront the reality of his own sin. On his chest was a deep, gaping scar, as if carved by the claws of demons, radiating a burning red light. The wound constantly shifted, displaying images of the moments when he had stood on the pulpit, using sacred words to cloak dark intentions. Each image was a knife, cutting not only into his soul but also forcing him to feel the pain of those he had misled. He could not deny it, could not forget, for hell does not permit forgetfulness. Every sinful moment of his life was replayed endlessly, in an eternal loop, forcing him to relive an unerasable remorse. Standing before this scene, I could feel his utter loneliness. No one came to save him, no one listened. Only the dark creatures circled him, mocking and tormenting him. He had once been at the center of reverence, celebrated by the world, but now he was just a captive soul. No friends, no allies, no hope. This loneliness, combined with the physical and spiritual agony, was the most brutal punishment